7 Secrets Only Billionaires Know and Apply. Welcome sunshine, to Smart Investor Family, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired to act. We are thrilled to have you on board and help you grow your wealth. The billionaire's perspective on life is quite different from anything you've experienced, and it will go against many of the things you know and been taught. As of 2023, there are 3,112 billionaires in the world. And we know their secrets. So, let's share 7 of them with you. 1. Lesson 1. Billionaires don't get $1 billion and still own 100% of business. For example, Jeff Bezos owns 12.7% of Amazon. Elon Musk owns 13% of Tesla. Bernard Arnault owns 46% of LVMH. Warren Buffett owns 16% of Berkshire Hathaway. Larry Ellison owns 35% of Oracle. You get the idea. Most millionaires are share protective. They guard their shares like hawks without realizing that they're keeping themselves from accelerating upward in a shorter period. Here's the billionaire secret. Owning 15% of a multi-billion-dollar pie is far more profitable than owning 100% of your $3 million business. For YouTube algorithm, subscribe, like, and share this video. 2. Lesson 2. Real estate will make you a millionaire. Private equity makes you a billionaire. The running joke among the ultra-wealthy is that real estate is the dumb millionaire's game. You can become a millionaire in real estate even if you don't have the brain power to do anything else. Most millionaires will tell you that real estate accounts for nearly half, 35 to 50% of their net worth. However, ask any billionaire, and you'll quickly realize business interests, private equity, make up over 70% of their net worth. The most productive way to increase your worth is by owning a business. So, blow it up, then use the funds to buy pieces of other businesses and do it repeatedly over a long period of time. For YouTube algorithm, subscribe, like, and share this video. 3. Lesson 3. Do not use your own money, use someone else's to make yourself rich. You can literally earn your way to $1 million. There are plenty of jobs out there where, if you put your head down, put the years in, and stack those checks, you get to 7 figures. Doctors, lawyers, and tech engineers all earn a ton of money from their salaries. But you cannot get to $1 billion the same way. Your financial life unlocks explosively when you realize you can use other people's money to make yourself super rich. Here's the secret to how most billionaires do it. Step 1. They go to friends, family, banks, or angel investors with an idea, and they're willing to do all the work to make it happen. They need $100,000 to start the business and are ready to give off 20% of the company. This values the company at $500,000. Their 80% share of this new business is worth $400,000, and we have barely started. Step 2. They get some revenue and build a team ready to scale. Step 3. They then go to some external investors and sell 20% of the business at a $10 million valuation. Meaning that they now have $2 million in cash and the remaining 60% of the company is now worth $6 million. Step 4. They use the $2 million to go from $1 to $10 million in yearly recurring revenue. Step 5. Guessed it. They go to raise funds again, this time at a $100 million valuation. They sell 20% more of the business and get those $20 million. Step 6. They use the $20 million to develop a product for other companies and hire salespeople. This blows up their recurring revenue, and in 2 short years, the company is ready to go public. Step 7. They file for an IPO, where the company floats 10% of its shares on the public market at a $10 billion valuation. You and everyone who invested in the company along the way are now billionaires. At each stage of this journey, they used other people's money to scale up, hire people, develop products, and gain new sales, and with each of those moves, your valuation increased. For YouTube algorithm, subscribe, like, and share this video. 4. Lesson 4. Art is a preferred store of value that can easily be moved around. When you're that rich, most of your money is locked up in stocks, other businesses, or hard-to-move assets. You don't want to keep it in cash, because at that scale cash is losing 5 to 10% of its value yearly due to inflation. So where do billionaires turn to? Art. Yes, they buy art in bulk, lease it off to museums around the world, or seal it off in shipping containers, and use it as a bargaining chip. The billionaire secret: it's a lot easier to move 500 million in art than 500 million in gold or silver. Most people don't realize that blue-chip art is one of the most profitable investments out there. Fine art is often referred to as the billionaire asset for a reason. Blue-chip art not only performs incredibly well in high-inflation environments, but consistently outperformed the S&P 500. For YouTube algorithm, subscribe, like, and share this video. 5. Lesson 5. Every new billionaire turns other millionaires into billionaires. Remember the use other people's money lesson? Every newly minted billionaire brings with him those who believe in their vision enough to open their wallets early on. Peter Thiel was the first outside investor to back Facebook. He invested $500,000 in exchange for 10.2% of the company. When Facebook iPod, he sold 2/3 of his shares for $628 million. Friend of the channel Gary Then, the current CEO of Y Combinator, was the first investor in Coinbase in 2013. That initial investment of only $300,000 ended up being worth $2.4 billion. These kinds of stories can be found anywhere in Silicon Valley and the world. The billionaire secret: make your money first, then invest it in promising businesses. One of them might be the next Airbnb. For YouTube algorithm, subscribe, like, and share this video. 6. Lesson 6. Less than 5% of their worth is liquid. Ordinary people think the rich are hoarding resources. When they say billionaires, they picture Scrooge McDuck jumping into a vault filled with gold coins. But almost all of them are paper billionaires, meaning shares they own in companies are worth more than $1 billion. On paper, the assets are worth as much. Usually, billionaires keep less than 5% of their worth in liquid assets. If they do need money, they do not sell their assets. Instead, they go to banks, show them the paper that says they're worth X amount, and use that as collateral for low-interest loans. The bank extends them a line of credit, and they proceed to acquire additional income-generating assets. When Elon Musk bought Twitter, he didn't sell his shares in Tesla or SpaceX to come up with the money. The bank gave him the funds to buy it. Here's something most billionaires know: you do not pay tax on debt. As a result, they would all prefer to borrow the money and use their assets as collateral. For YouTube algorithm, subscribe, like, and share this video. 7. Lesson 7. Real money is made in a crisis. Billionaires look at the world differently than most people. Poor people look at life in terms of days. The middle class in terms of months. The upper class in terms of quarters. The rich in terms of years. The super rich in terms of decades. People made fun of Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway for underperforming for the past 10 years and critiqued his large cash position for losing its value due to inflation. However, Warren and Munger weren't just sitting on cash. They were waiting. What's more, they were okay with losing 1 to 3% per year because, when this recession hit, they were able to purchase companies at 50 to 75% discounts. Here's the secret: for billionaires, recessions are the Black Friday event of the decade. Everything you really want is on sale. That's one of their secrets. It's not day-to-day that you focus on. Instead, you make 2 to 3 plays per decade that are strategic for growth. For YouTube algorithm, subscribe, like, and share this video. Here is a bonus lesson for staying with us to the end of this video. 8. Lesson 8. Decision-making and persuasion are the only 2 billionaire tier skills. The job of a senior executive is to make a small number of high-value decisions that have major upsides. Furthermore, you are rewarded based on what % of times you are right about your decisions. Warren Buffett is regarded by many as the greatest investor in the world because of his ability to consistently make high-level decisions that generate a lot of money for investors. The higher you climb, the more at stake there is with every decision you make. If you're in the earlier days, persuasion, translated as sales and clear communication, is probably the most valuable skill there is. You will need to get people to trust you enough to join you in creating a product. Furthermore, you will need to persuade customers to give you money for your product, and you will need to persuade investors to back your company. Even if you do not know how to build something, with the right level of skill, you will be able to convince someone else to build it for you in exchange for a piece of the reward. This is a billionaire secret you need to internalize. As you progress, there's always someone new you need to convince to do something. If there's one thing you take away from this entire piece, it's this: systematically improve your decision-making process. You do this by taking your mind to the gym consistently as a result of learning mental models. In addition, learn to speak clearly and convince others to follow you on your mission. We feel the word selling doesn't really do it justice for what exactly you need to do. If you got value from this video, hit the subscription button and like the video in appreciation and anticipation for more valuable content. Comment to let me know what book or topic you would love us to review next.